Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! This is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you in the month of December, since it is Christmas time and the holiday time, about Sweet Valley High Season 2. You call this a wonderful life? So, this is the very first Christmas episode of Sweet Valley High. I touched down a little bit on what Sweet Valley High was when I said the CW's making a reboot, but I didn't really go in full detail. I'm still not ready to go into full detail until I do like a rundown review. But since this is the holidays and Christmas, I might as well do like the Christmas thing. Give a little context as to like certain the characters and stuff like that. Now in season 2, the only cast change that we got is from Cheryl, a brand new character. She replaced this other character from the first season. She was this black girl that really had like no lines, never really was in the show, and so they didn't do anything with her, so they just wrote her out and created a brand new character with a brand new actress. So it's funny, they replaced one black actress with another black actress. It's funny when shows do crap like that. But now this time they actually gave her a lot to do, this new character and stuff. And Cheryl is the best friend of both Liz and Todd. Liz and Todd are dating. Liz is one of the twins. She's the smart one. Jess is like the party girl, dumb one and stuff. Let's see. We also have another cast change. And Bruce, he was played by one actor in the first season, and now he's played by a completely different actor in the second. I don't think their personalities changed too much. They're pretty much just stuck up little pricks. They don't like Todd. They're rich. They don't like Jessica. Let's see. Everybody else is the same. It's just some people have like different hairstyles now. So anyway, Todd and Elizabeth, they're still dating this season. Todd grew his hair out. Let's see. Jess is single, and Winston, he grew his hair out, and so did Manny. You see how when one character grow their hair out, then the rest grow their hair out. Now, the twins, they changed their hairstyle. In the first season, it was just long and straight, and I don't think they had bangs. But then in the second season, it's still long and straight, a little bit more thicker, and now they have bangs. When they had those bangs, like, ooh, man, it was just like something, you know what I'm saying? It was like the 90s and stuff. And it just made them look so different. And it just made them look like more like cuter and everything. So this is back when the show was in syndication. And before it went to UPN in the fourth and final season. When it went to UPN in the fourth season, I did not like that season whatsoever. They added 2 new characters. They got rid of a couple other people. It became way like this is the thing I like about the show. I love that it's serious, but it became too serious. Cause like I said before, this is kind of like Saved by the Bell, but a little bit more mature and everything, And so like without the laugh track. And also in season 4, like by season 3, some characters started getting really stupid and dumb, and it became a little too silly and stuff. But anyway, so like this starts off with the Wakefield twins. Jess and Liz, they're decorating the tree. They have one of those silver aluminum trees, and they're getting ready for their party. They're throwing a Christmas party. And so they're talking about how all their friends are going to show up. The people I just like named, or a couple of people, some other people I didn't name just yet. And so like they're happy and they're excited. But before that starts off, let me tell you. So the title, you call this A Wonderful Life. Of course, guess what this is based off of? It's A Wonderful Life. So at the top, we see like these 2 stars that are talking about how they need an angel to like send down to earth, and they get wings something. I forget his name. It's a stupid name similar to Winston, and it has the voice of Winston because it's played by him. So he's the actual like star, and he's happy and excited to go to like Earth, and they don't want him to go because he keeps messing everything up. So like the girls are talking about the party and decorating the tree. Then one by one, their friends bail on them. And so Enid, She was supposed to bring the Christmas cookies. Instead, she has Halloween cookies because that's all they had left. So that means they're 2 months old. Ugh. And everybody just like started bailing on one by one. Todd, Liz's boyfriend, he decides to blow her off to go to a basketball game to sit next to Jack Nicholson and everything. So him and Manny are gonna do that. Cheryl, I think she's going skiing or something like that. And Winston has to stay at the restaurant at the I think it's called the Moon Beach diner that he works at, and Bruce, he owns that place. So now they're bummed and they're pissed off that their friends blew them off for like Christmas or Christmas Eve, one of those two. And so it's kind of like you think, oh, when do they want to be with their families? That's the thing about this show. You never see the parents. That's what I love. Like, we don't need parents in a teen show. Now, this is what's so funny. They're teenagers. Well, they're playing teenagers, but they do not look like teenagers. They look like adults and everything. Now, when it comes to this show, it's going to be hard pressed to find it. It's not on streaming. Only the first season's on DVD. However, somebody uploaded pretty much every episode to YouTube, so you can watch it there. Sometimes it's in good quality, sometimes it's not. Thank God that person uploaded. I remember I rewatched the whole thing a couple of years back. Memories. And so, what's interesting is that 3 Power Rangers get started on this show. Cat, the Pink Ranger, TJ, the Blue Ranger, later also Red Ranger, and then Tommy, the Green, White, Red, and Black Ranger, had guest starred. Now he had the biggest guest starring role because he was dating Jessica at one point. I think that was around the time Zeo or Turbo came out. So anyway, so of course they're upset, and then they said the magic words, "I wish we never came to this like city and everything." And so of course, here comes the angel, the dude who looks like Winston. He falls in their bushes, and just when she sees him, she's all like, "Winston, what are you doing in our bushes? You're acting kind of crazy, and you're wearing a dress. I'm calling the police." So his little white robe, she got mistaken for like a dress. Jess is, even though she's the mean one and the party girl, I mean the dumb one and the party girl, she is also rude and mean. She's like a queen bee almost, you know. She fights for the queen bee status with her best friend Lila, and it's just she is super rude, and she doesn't like Winston because he's Liz's friend and he's a dork and everything. And so like he says he's not Winston, and they're all like, "But you look like him." So he's like, think that's a compliment. And he tells them straight up, "You want to know what your life was like if you never came here? Fine, I'll show you. So let's take a ride." And then I think Liz is like, "We're going to heaven?" He's like, "Nope." And Jess is pointing down to the ground. He's like, "Nah, not there either." So he takes them to like an alternate reality of when they were never there. It's an interesting reality when you first see it. Because like, okay, you think everything's going one way, but then the show hits you with a major twist. And it's just like, what? So when they first go there, they're at the Moon Beach Diner. And Cheryl, she is a former model. And I'm talking about like the real Cheryl, not the alternate version. Okay, I didn't mention this before. So Cheryl, she came in the second season. She's a former model, but she started off as a model. And so, you know, of course, Jess and Lila, they try to befriend her and everything, but she just wants a normal life. So Liz helps her like realize that it's just best to be a normal teenager. So she gave up her like famous lifestyle, and now she just lives that simple life. Well, since she never met Liz in the new reality, she learned like a cooking recipe for cookies. And now she's like the owner of that recipe and the company and all this other stuff, right? Now we don't see her, we just see like a picture of her. So she's doing good. And then so, let's see, we see Enid come in, and Enid is a super dork, right? She's Liz's friend. And so we see her, and she's not a dork. She's a cheerleader, and she has like a guy on her arm and everything. So she's doing good for herself because she's like the love struck type person. The reason why she didn't want to make it to the party, the real one, is because she was at the mall. This Santa Claus dude winked at her, and she thinks he's in love with her. She's so strong on guys. Manny is on the basketball team, which is something he's not in real life. Now Manny's interesting. In the first season, he was like a punk. He used to hang out with like Bruce and pick on people. And then by the second season, he started hanging out with Todd and them. And then in the third, when he starts dating Enid, he just becomes like a super dork. So like, let's see who else changed. Oh, they see Lila. She's a hippie now, like strung out hippie, and talking about like we have to save the trees and save the animals and all this other stuff. And they cannot believe how much these people have changed and stuff. Then they go back to the Moon Beach again, and it's changed. It's now a nightclub. It used to be like a teen hangout. Winston is now the owner. He is dressed like a black pimp. We got on pimp hats and like jackets and all that stuff. So he's doing good for himself. Todd is no longer the athlete who plays basketball. He is now a nerd and really into computers and got into Harvard. And let's see who else. Oh, Bruce. We don't see him just yet, but Bruce, he decided he was going to like become a singer and a rock star. Now, here's the reason why some of these people changed. I've already mentioned Cheryl. Bruce, I think he kissed Jessica when they were like 5, and that gave him confidence. Because he never kissed her, he never had confidence, and he just focused on music. Enid turned into like a popular slut type person because Liz was not there to help guide her, and also because Jessica used to pick on her in real life, so she never had confidence and everything. Now that Jessica's not there, nobody to pick on her, she's now like the new queen bee. Lila, because Jessica's not her friend now, to keep her because the thing about Lila, she's rich. Her dad is filthy rich. She's like a fashionista. She loves to party. She loves to throw her wealth in people's face because like Jessica's not there to like help her with her partying ways. She just didn't do that stuff. And then she went to this wrong event about save like the whales or something like that. Todd, of course, because he's not dating Liz, he's not like, he somehow he just turned into like a nerd, but somehow she turned into a jock. I forgot how. I don't know about Manny. I forgot about Manny. Winston. Oh, see, in the real life, Jessica, he had like a lemonade stand. Jessica stole all his money. And then so he didn't have money to like, be rich and all that stuff. So I guess since he never saved up, like now that he is able to save up, he's like rich and stuff. So with everybody's life being better, I've been asking myself, and the girls ask themselves this too: why is everybody's life so much better with them? And what's the point in changing that? Well, Winston takes them to school, and everything is not what you think it was. It turns out Bruce, even though he's a singer and rich and everything, he lives at the school. And his music is not really doing all that good. So he's like brushing his teeth in like the bathroom and stuff. Cheryl, even though she owns a cookie company, she eats the cookies. So she's now like over 100 pounds. Like she's about, I say, like if you look at her on the show, she's about like 120. So now she's about like 230 or something like that. And so like so let's see what Enid. Even though Enid is the head cheerleader, there's no cheerleading squad. Why? Because Enid doesn't go, even though she's the captain, and she just likes the popularity, but there's like no squad. Also, because Liz is not there to fight for human rights and injustice and stuff like that, like she normally does. The school has some budget cuts. There's like a lot of classes and stuff that no longer taught. No music, no newspaper, no sports. Manny is the tallest person on his basketball team. He's only like 5 foot something, right? And so like all the other players are shorter than him. So they're like 4 foot something. Oh, that's right. Something about Todd being awkward 5 footish didn't give him no confidence to play basketball. That's what Liz helped him with. So without that, he became a nerd. Then Enid, it turned because she started two-timing on Todd. So she started dating Todd. Then she started dating Manny. Then she started dating another guy all at the same time. And she uses all these guys. She uses Todd to help her cheat on tests with his computer skills and stuff. So at some point, Liz decided to go check on Todd to see what he's been up to, right? And so they still exist in the world. They just never moved there. So they're able to talk to people. And when she goes to Todd, she's all like, Todd, Enid's two-timing, blah, 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 blah. And so then the cops and the principal come in and they arrest Todd. He used the school computers to hack into, like, to get the test answers for Enid. And then he hacked into a bank to like buy her expensive stuff because that's the only way to keep her. And Winston is in jail for not paying his taxes and stuff. So, you know, Liz is all like, I want to go back to the real world and stuff like that. But Jess is like, no way. Like, my life is still better and everything. And when it comes to what's her name? Lila. Even though she fight for causes and stuff like that, nobody pays attention to her when she has to beg people to listen to her. So Jess still doesn't care until Jess sees the guy she was supposed to go on a date with. And now in this new reality, he's dating Enid. So of course they both of them ask for their life back. They go back to their reality. And next thing you know, their friends show up at their party. They just canceled all their plans because they felt bad for ditching them and stuff. And so, like, well, Todd, the only reason why he ditched because the game got canceled and stuff. And then so they see the real Winston, and he's all like, I have wings and everything. And they think he's the angel dude who got his wings and stuff. But he just has a box of like fried chicken. And so they give him a kiss on like the mistletoe, and then they hear bells ring. And then of course, guess who got their wings? The angel dude who looked like Winston and everything. It was a very odd like episode. But the other Christmas episode in season 3 is even stranger. Like this one subplot that just makes like no sense and stuff. You know, the whole It's a Wonderful Life thing, it's been done to death. And it's just really interesting to think what other people's lives would be like if, like, say you wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it really makes you wonder. But thank God there's no time travel or like magic. Bah humbug, that was a good episode. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you later. Bye.